Hi, folks. Well, here I am still at Calderstones Park here in Liverpool, and I'm going to have a little look at the beautiful Allerton Oak and what a tree this actually is. Look at that, just oozes charm and character. The tree itself, it's reputed to be over 1,000 years of age, and it really is a remarkable creation. But as you look, it's split right down the centre. Huge crack right down the centre. Now, people assume that it must have been struck by lightning, but it is an amazing story as to how it ended up in such a state. It's still perfectly healthy, by the way, and it comes into lovely leaf in the spring, produces acorns still after all the years. But the reason that it's split right down the centre, it dates back to 1865. Now, in 1865, a gunpowder ship called the Lottie Sleigh was berthed down in the Mersey. Now, the Lottie Sleigh was carrying an incredible 10 tons of gunpowder. Now, unfortunately for the Lottie Sleigh, the fire erupted on board, and what had happened, one of the sailors was below decks trimming one of the wicks on the lanterns, and it fell over, and he knew that there was going to be an immediate disaster. Anyway, all the crew evacuated, no one lost their lives, but the explosion was of such force that it shattered most of the buildings in Liverpool city centre. It caused damage as far afield as Chester. The blast travelled up the hill, it hit Garston village, it destroyed many buildings in Garston village, shattering all the windows. It continues right up the hill, hitting the mansion house. It shatters every pane of glass in the mansion house. It travels to hit the Allerton Oak, creating almost a mini earthquake effect. And it split the Allerton Oak right down the centre. You can see the split there, folks, as well. Look at that. But despite this, it's in perfect health despite its split and its great age. Now, there are also hundreds of relatives of the Allerton Oak dotted all across the known world. The reason for this is that during the Second World War, uh, people from the Liverpool Scottish Regiment, they were sent little acorns off the tree as a little reminder of home in Christmas cards. Now, when the war ended, they were encouraged to plant these whenever they were demobbed, which they did. So now, in effect, we have hundreds of relatives of our very own Allerton Oak dotted all across the world. It is a lovely tree, a fantastic tree, as I say. And if you're ever in the park, come along and have a little look and pay some respects to this very old man of the park, or old lady, don't know, yeah, old lady, I suppose, which is the Allerton Oak, beautiful old tree, over 1,000 years of age, and long may she live.